Well, folks, and you're all very welcome to the Motorcycle Hour podcast, brought to you by Gael Mcc. Before we start, we want to give a massive shout out to some of our sponsors. Motorcycletraining.ie for all your motorcycle training needs in the Midlands. With RSA approved IBT centres in the Kinnegad Plaza, County Westmeath, and Terence Healy Motorcycles Tullamore. With full insurance, school bikes and PPE provided, all you need is your learner's permit. To arrange a booking for the IBT course or pre-test lesson, contact Tony on 085 11 90 200 or email at info@motorcycletraining.ie. Terence Healy Motorcycles. Terence Healy Motorcycles is a one-stop shop for all your motorcycle needs, stocking a large range of quality used motorcycles and a main Honda dealer for the Midlands. They also offer the latest motorcycle gear, accessories and clothing. And Terence Healy is an approved RSA training centre, so check out the website on thmotorcycles.ie. This podcast is intended for an audience of 18 years and older, so please remember this where and when you listen. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the ride.
And we're back. Episode 97. Episode 97, yeah. So, suppose we better start with a roll call. And here to my left is all 5'3.5", because I got sick over this half an inch here last week. Where's this missing half an inch, Charlie?
Well, any woman, I tell you, half an inch means the differ. Yeah. You know yourself, bud.
And worse still, I didn't even give an applause. You know what I mean? That was even worse.
Settle off with that, girls. Settle off.
So last week he lost half an inch. Now he's lost his audience. You know, what's he going to do?
He gained a half an inch this week and got no audience.
So there you go. And stranger excitement, you dude?
Nah, devil a bit in yourself. I was out on the blade the other day now for a quick one up the road.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody in the uniform on it anyway. So I was all right. I got around and back, safe and sound.
Good stuff.
Incognito.
Allegedly.
And so I was moving across the table here now. Pádraig Daly, how are you doing, Pádraig? You got bigger applause than you did.
Not too bad now, Tony, and yourself. How's tricks?
Not too bad.
Good stuff.
Stranger excitement, you?
No. It's quite now. I hear the pitter-patter of a bit of rain out there now, so...
Yeah.
Bring down the mood a little bit. But
farmers would say, sure, it's long overdue.
Oh, yeah, but keep the dust down. Keep the dust down. It'll be fine,
you know what I mean, right? And moving across then, I suppose... one of our local legends is one of our guests today. So, Mr. Frank Shanley. So... He had to get the biggest applause, didn't he?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. The man, the legend, the Eden Derry Terrier. Yeah. How are we doing, Frank?
All good, yeah.
Good stuff. So, basically, what we're chatting about today, we're having a good chat with Frank today. Anyone that's into biking in the Midlands would know Frank for decades.
Oh, yeah.
Big into bikes. So, I suppose, as they said in the Bible, we started at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Frank, long time on the biking scene. So, basically, how did you get started on bikes?
Well, there's a story to that now.
Okay. That's good. That's what we want.
A lot of you'll know him.
Yeah.
Jaunty Whelan. You know him?
Oh,
Yeah.
Indeed we
from
do.
this area.
5'2".
Originally
There's an inch and a half
from
of the
this
difference,
area.
and that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I was in a pub with my father. I was only a young lad, about 8 years old, you know.
Yeah.
A pub he actually owned.
Yeah.
And...
So that would have been back in the 80s, I'd say, would it?
Oh, that would have been...
70s.
I was 8 years old. So
Yeah, 70, 78.
Yeah.
78.
But...
Yourself and Chad be around the same age, would you? That would probably be the 70s, wouldn't it?
No, there's a couple of years. Tony and Frank are the same age.
Oh, right.
I'm a couple of years younger.
Are you sure, Chad?
Absolutely.
Were you not a late register, no?
No.
Oh, right.
No.
Sorry for interrupting you, Frank. Sorry.
Oh, you're grand, yeah. And Jaunty was there, bike was parked outside. I think it was a little 80cc two-stroke bike. And I kept tormenting my father to give us a gets a spin on it, you know.
Yeah.
To get onto his bike, you know. And my father asked Johnny eventually, and Johnny says, yeah, no problem, bring her out the road for a spin. Went out, Johnny got onto his bike, I got onto the back, but my father says, oh, sure, he's no helmet. Here, he can have mine, says Johnny. Helmet on, way out the road.
As you do back in the day.
Yeah. And when I got back, according to my father, he said, I talk about nothing else, only motorbikes. Had to have a motorbike after that.
Yeah.
Loved them, still do.
Absolutely,
Still do,
absolutely.
you know.
Yeah.
That was my first experience.
So, like, once you got the graws, the fella says, for the bikes, then what was the next thing? So, obviously, getting your first bike. What was your first bike?
That's another story.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for. Yeah.
It was an old NSU Quigley.
Oh,
the
wow.
ones with the pedals.
Yeah. Remember them well. Yeah,
Got one of them.
remember well,
I think it was about 11 or 12 years old. And pedalled up and down the back lane at the back of the house there. For the time I got home from school until dark. Every evening, you know.
Yeah.
And loved it. And then, I suppose, like everyone else in that era, I had half a dozen Honda 50s after that.
Yeah,
you know?
So, the natural progression, like, so.
Yeah.
And so, onto the bigger bikes then.
Yeah.
And, well, a bit like me said, like, how many bikes would you think, roughly, would you have had since you started getting bikes?
I actually tried to count them one night in the bed, and I came up with 87 that I remembered. And then the next day, I started to remember other bikes, you know.
Yeah.
I really don't know how many. A lot.
A lot, yeah. But sure, look, it's we all have the same affliction, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Yeah.
And then I got on the first bike on the road was a Honda 125.
Like a CG or NSR 125 or
It was an SJ. Anyone know that model? A Honda 125 SJ.
no, a single cylinder 2-stroke, was it, or 4-stroke?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And rode that joke until it fell apart.
Yeah.
Then Honda XL 185.
Yeah.
And then when I was 17, I got a Honda 404. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't insure till I was 18, but back then it didn't really matter, you know.
Yeah.
No. left phone, right hand insurance.
Purposes only.
Sky Insurance to cover everybody.
And I had loads of bikes in the field out behind me. There was a field out behind me owned by the council.
Yeah.
So you're free to do whatever you like, you know.
Yeah.
So loads and loads of scramblers out in that. And eventually I had a CR, the Honda CR 500 out there. And that's when I started doing proper wheelies, you know what I mean? I had the power of doing
The
anything.
CR, like, just, they were an animal of
Oh,
it.
stop. And if you kicked it wrong, you'd break your knee off the handlebar.
End up in the next parish.
Sure, I know all about it. The other big yoke beside me had a fucking, here, give that kick, but never told me about this compression,
Decompressing.
Of course, I put full weight on it now, and I wouldn't have been that fucking heavy anyway. But I put full weight on it. This show kicked back and fucked me over the handlebars. Swear the fuck. Oh, Jesus, stop. When you think back.
And so a legend was born, because I mean, everybody knew in the Midlands for the wheelies and all that, you know what I mean? You know?
So the CR 500 is where you got started off on the wheelies.
That's where I got.
You honed your craft, as to say.
Love doing wheelies. You know? And of course, in the field, you don't have any bends. You know. So got a spin off a guy on a Honda 50, and I was just looking into the clock, up the throttle, every gear, and I looked up, and a big right hand bend.
Yeah.
Not a hope of getting round. Didn't even try. See this little laneway.
Yeah.
Went down the laneway. First thing I met was a 5-bar gate. straight out over the gate. The front wheel was bent right back to the engine. You know? So that was the first slap.
It's part of it too, isn't it? We've all been there.
It happens. It happens.
Of course, it was all different back then. Like when I was 18, I had a Suzuki GS 750. You know, and that's what I did my driving test on. You could drive anything on a provisional license. You know, that's all changed now. You know?
Oh, it is, yeah. But like a GS 750 had to say, like even back then was a fair bit of kit, like, you know. It wasn't slow.
I loved it.
Yeah.
You used to park the up outside Aki's, do you remember? Aki Kelly's.
That's right. Yeah.
And we used to listen to you when you'd be heading back to the town. You could hear you for a good old distance now,
yeah. And Used to be coming out of the disco.
Yeah.
And the boys are waiting for me across the road every time. I think they had something like a Toyota Corolla at the time.
Yeah.
But you see, back then, you had districts. You know what I mean? Like, all you had to do was make it to the Bayern Bridge. That was the border. They'd turn around then. So it was so easy for all of us, because Kildare was the same thing. They'd turn around at the border, you know?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Frank's been listening to this podcast.
Yeah. But and then, like, when I got up on the bikes with the aluminium frames, the wider back tire, that changed everything. You know,
in what way now? In what way?
The handling. You know the way with the older bikes with little narrow back wheels, you had to steer them around the corner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and kind of fight the front of them as well. You know, But with the newer bikes with the big wide back tire and that, you just have to lay into it. You're actually nearly counter steering in some places,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And your posture on the bike really come into it then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. And look where you want to go.
Yeah.
Don't look at something.
Oh yeah, I'm preaching every day.
Yeah.
But I mean, so the first, we'll say the one of the most first modern bikes you got then, what would have been like a?
The X1000. No.
Yeah, did that?
No, you had one.
GSXR 750 first.
That's right.
CBR 1000, the old type with all the big ferns, ripped them all off, razors and bars.
Yeah, because I got a spin on that.
Yeah.
You came up to my house one day and gave me a rip on that.
Yeah.
She was fair fucking yoke to go.
Were they not a shocking heavy bike? I rode one a long time ago. Jez, I thought it was a
No. The one Frank had now, the
CBF 1000. No, was it? No, the CBR 1000F.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Well, there's a CBF 1000 and there's a CB 1000F. Big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
But this one had all the fairings and everything.
Yeah,
it looked like a proper sports bike, but it was a ton fucking weight.
That was the newer one.
Oh,
Frank had the first of them, which was a lighter one, right?
Yeah.
But and then I had two of them CBR 1000Fs, but they were the big bulky fucker. They were the heavy bastard.
They would have been in around the same time as the Blade, would they? When the Blade came out first.
No, they would have,
or before.
Yeah, no, they would have been out in around the Blade time as well. Yeah, they would have been. I
think when the Fireblade came out, that changed everything.
Oh yes, it did.
Really
yes, it
stepped
did.
up a notch, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so sought after.
Oh yeah.
You know, the very first one came out with a 16-inch wheel down the front, which was a bit iffy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get an old tag stopper there handy enough, you know.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, anyway, the CBR 1000 took it up a notch, you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of got bad press as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before that, I suppose it was the Kawasaki 3-cylinders. Remember the Widowmaker, they called them. You know what I mean? They were the ones who was getting bad press.
And you with some of the LT350s and all that as well.
They were a great bike. Those I wish I held on to a few of them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So you progress from the field, you're out on the road now, and again, you were well known in the rally scene. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
and just like wheelie competitions and all that, because that's used to, back then. That was a big thing at the rallies, you know, and that was part of the crack. Lads doing a couple of burnouts and wheeling up and down the road. And
when did that whole thing kind of stop? Like, was it?
We talked about this on the podcast.
It sort of came into stopping.
If a lad come out and pull a wheelie outside your rally, everybody's out looking at it.
It sort
Everybody's
of all
having a crack.
started when the law changed about the drink driving the next day and all.
But it wasn't even that was the rallies. But again, just the high vis brigade. Do you know what I mean? Like health and safety.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And insurance. The boys in suits ruined it all for everyone because again. Now you can't do anything.
Yeah,
but
I think it was the residents around.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They start ringing in, you know.
Yeah.
And I suppose
because back then. You have only talking about this the other day. Now we were actually talking about this up at the racing, you know, and we're talking a chap up. We'll talk about it in a few minutes anyway. But it was. The mid-antrim, but we're talking to a chap and his daughter, like, and we said, we didn't have mobile phones. You had to go up the road and put the money in coins into the, you know. So I suppose, 80s and 90s and all, people started getting phones and people could ring up.
Yeah.
There wasn't so much hassle to get down up the village to ring someone. And you wouldn't get a guard anyway.
Yeah, and also then actually had to stop you.
Yeah.
And catch you.
Yes.
Already.
Now a registration will do, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, if I was stopped with with a few little runs I had years ago, I'd still be behind bars. I'd say, oh for fuck.
Many's the time. Many's the time I was following. I can tell you that
I
now.
tell you one thing.
I think
actually,
what was
when I
that
was
rally?
working-
It was just outside. Sorry, no. What was the rally that was just outside of Thai? What was the name of that pub? The Cush Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I think that was the very first rally I was ever at now. And I don't think I actually met it inside. I think outside the whole time. The whole time I was at the rally, it was just lads wheeling up and down that straight road outside it.
Yeah, but they were the good times.
Yeah.
They were times when you
Savage.
enjoyed yourself
Yeah.
and you had a few pints and you weren't stupid.
Yeah.
But you see, look,
Any-
it all changed.
Anyone remember the one in Ballycumber? There was actually a wheelie competition.
Yes.
after.
Yeah, Kevin Casey actually, believe it or not,
That's
used
right.
to host
And Sean
that.
Kine.
Yeah, and Sean
Yeah.
Kine. That's right, the Ballycumber one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was great crack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lads
great
out
crack.
doing wheelies and everything. And, but see, that was the fun of it. That's what everyone wanted.
I think that promoted it.
It did.
You know.
It did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that promoted
See,
it.
if you had a bit of a straight road there and you had a couple of lads out each side of the road, kind of allegedly slowing down a bit of traffic or whatever, and let lads do whatever they want to do in the middle of it,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it'd attract an awful lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Just a bit of
Yeah.
crack, like.
Yeah.
But sure,
That's,
Yeah, no, but that's it as well, like, you know.
now it was the opposite.
It's
But you
wicked.
see, yeah, but look, there's certain roads lads used to go and you could have a couple of hours of great fun there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And everyone would go off home happy because it's going out of the system. But when you're restricted, that, you know, like a mad way you go now, you're looking over your shoulder because in case they're sitting behind
yeah.
you,
Yeah,
you're
sure.
afraid to do fucking
all they
that.
have to do is
and
get a
you get
picture, you know.
frustrated then, you see.
I remember.
Where, you know, be fucking normal, as the fella says. If they catch you doing it, look, just don't do it again, let you off.
Yeah.
But no, he said, they're all out for fucking stripes and everything. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
No.
I remember a time like that. I was in town and I was doing wheelies all around the square, you know. One car arrived and I bought it, you know, and then they came back, allegedly. And then when I came back, they nabbed me straight away, this way, you know.
Yeah.
And tell you how sound they were back then. He said, look, would you ever fuck off out the road? Get out of the town, he says, you do what you like.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way
Yeah.
it was back then. But then there wasn't much traffic. You know, and the bikes weren't as powerful now as they are now and light. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thing that you're doing, Tony, that's very important, I think now.
yeah, it's just it's a different times.
It's
the
kind of
volume of traffic on the road now and all that, and
Yeah.
as you said, a lot of bikes now, like even a 400cc bike now, 600cc bike is a rocket ship now compared to you know, not back in the day. I suppose the big bike was a 600 or something. Like they weren't that slow either. Like your GS 750 now was like it was no slouch of a thing. Do you know what I mean?
I know, for the bikes though back then, Tony, they were quick for the bikes back then.
Yeah.
Now we're into the new moderation where the bikes are lighter, they're more powerful, they're
Easier to wheelie.
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, that's again. You know, it's all electronics. You have to turn the anti-wheelie off.
Yeah.
Won't allow you wheelie.
Or turn it down a
I'm
bit and
trying-
it'll only let you bring the wheel up a little bit.
I'm trying to avoid them. That's why I have the CBR 1000 and GSXR 1000.
Yeah.
They don't have the electronics.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
CBR 1000 is 04, you know.
Yeah.
And the other one is K3.
Yeah.
GSXR 1000
Yeah.
K3, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have that issue.
No,
You know,
I ain't all that mid-range, fucking flow range.
Tony, you'd know. Do you have to turn it off every time you get onto the bike? Or
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. It's just a reset. Turn it off the bike, turn it back, and just resets.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And you have to hit the button allegedly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, like I said, it's look, times have moved on, but I'm saying like back then. But it was a few is like in the town known for like, so you had yourself and who else was knocking down
Mick Murphy, Danny
Ron
Kilmurray,
Keys,
Lord Minton.
Danny Kilmurray, he was a
We're
good
out.
one.
Yeah,
He was
Danny,
a good
yeah.
one,
Some man to
He
really
was
as well.
naturally
Keelan O'Connor.
talented and stone mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that helps.
Kind of one goes with the other, doesn't it?
Like, boys, Frank's a witness to this now. I was out one day, I was doing the video, and Frank was on the next up 1000. And Danny Kilmurray, the day before, I brought him in the car, and he bought a Hyper 750. Remember, Frank?
Yeah, I remember it well.
With the clutch fucked in it.
Yeah.
And that man could wheelie that bike. We couldn't believe the clutch gone, and he was able to wheelie that
I
bike.
remember that well. He had to slip it up in first.
Yeah.
He couldn't slip it up in second.
Yeah.
Imagine, Jesus, or fifth, like slipping it up in first now. That is dodgy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But because the clutch was gone, and he was still able to wheelie that bike.
Stop.
Yeah.
And then we were there videoing and all. Next thing we could hear, right? Fucking Pee Wee Farrell came home from England in a fucking ambulance and drove around and frightened the fuck out of
It was
everyone.
an old young flick you'd see in the bar.
I swear, I didn't know it was a sliding door. Do you remember the driver's door? And he slid over and hopped out with a big dirty hole of a grin on him. I says, "You big lumpy whore, you're out to frighten the shit out of me." Because we thought it was the fucking cops on this show came around, an English Reg ambulance. Boys, these cars.
Yeah, some crack back then.
Yeah.
And what when he came down that time with the M50, wasn't it? The left through.
Yeah. When he was
He came down with the sirens on the ambulance. English, they lifted up the barrier and left through.
and then when he was going back, he pulled up and he said, "Yeah, right." They said, "That's the time you had to lift the give money and to lift the barrier."
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lord, it was car, wasn't it?
Yeah, he thought he was going to get away with the second.
Yeah.
Time. Well, just a go crack. Do you know what I mean? And that's, I mean, sure, we did more harm to ourselves than that else, didn't we? We did more harm to ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
But like Frank, you know and I know, right? Like Tony wouldn't have been in there at the time or that. Do you remember when Slobber Farrell, Barry Brennan,
Anthony Quayle,
Desi Revel, all them used to come
and
home.
poor old Billy Codd.
Billy Cobb,
We
Billy,
lost him
Lord
only
rest him.
lately.
Yeah, he died
Yeah.
there a few weeks ago. Yeah, poor old Billy.
Yeah, all sound lads.
All
Great
sound.
crack.
But
Great
they used to
crack.
come home, James, right? And I used to be all at the Pat's Bar, the thing. That's where they all used to pull in.
Yeah.
And you come home in the Z13
That's
year
right.
as well.
Yeah.
And the boys used to wheelie up and down the town. And in fairness to the guards now back, they used to pull over where Joanna's chippers was. And they'd sit up watching the boys going up and down, wheeling up and down, right? And when the boys would be finished, they'd walk over and say, "Now, lads, you've had your fun. That's it for today," right? Because they knew the boys were coming home from England for a holiday and they were going back. So they didn't bother.
No
But too much
point in
paperwork.
someone's there.
So they just used to, but they played ball with the boys. So the boys were happy then, and there'd be no more Black Garden until the next day.
And there is still a few sound members of the Garda.
Oh, there is. There is. Yeah,
you know.
yeah. They're not all tired with the one stick.
They are under pressure. You know
They
what I
are,
mean?
yeah,
Go
yeah,
by the book, you know.
Yeah.
And some of them are.
Well,
fair.
that's it. But I said, I'll tell you a story. You know, I was telling Jared about it. I was on an IBT course with a couple of students years ago, right? And the thing about my job is I just love from a prince to a pauper and anything in between. Do you know what I mean? It's you meet all different people, right? All have the same thing, all the desire for bikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this guy, Mark was his name, right? Now Mark was about 6'2", 6'3", about 20 stone, right? He had a Mohican, right? Which is green or blue or something like that. Do you know what I mean, right?
Geez.
And all tattoos on the side of his head, and you know he had about 10 earrings in his ear, and he had his lips were pierced and the nose was pierced and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, a really nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, and he was actually used to work in security. Surprise, big lump of a guy, and we just chatting to students on the course. You know what I mean? And we were down in Allenwood. We were out on the road with the students, and we pulled into the petrol station in Allenwood. We didn't get a cup of tea and a bit of feedback about what they were doing with the road positions and bits and pieces. And so that's Mark, like you said, and totally anti-drugs and everything. He said, "Look, he's a Dublin man." He says, "But I've lost 2 family members to drugs and all that." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he used to work on the doors and all that. He said, "Now just work for, I think it was Alder Italy he was working for now, you know."
Right.
But he's just totally anti-drugs and all that. But a really nice guy, right?
Yeah.
And then we had another student on, I think Anne was her name, right? She was a detective, a guard. Do you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And just sitting down, shooting the breeze and having the crack. It's like we are now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Mark says, he said, he said, look, she says, I wanted to be a guard, he says, you know what I mean? And he says, but I did the medical, he says, and I failed the fucking medical, you know?
Yeah.
And she says, all right, like what was the issue? He says, yeah. He said, I failed the medical, he says, because I was circumcised. Right? And she says, what?
The look there.
Yeah. He says, like, what do you mean? Yeah, he said, He said, they wouldn't let me to the guards because I was circumcised. They said you had to be a complete prick to be a guard. Well, she just spat out the tea. And I can't wait to get into lads and tell them that one. This is a good one, you know what I mean?
I was wondering where that was going.
Oh, yeah. But it's just, again, this bikers are bikers, having the crack.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And she was actually at the time, no, this has about 15 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago. And she had told that her husband was in the guards as well. He was on the bikes, right?
Yeah.
In the guards, right? And she had told him a little white lie that she was on a Garda course for the 2 days.
All right.
And she wanted to do the IBT. She had a bike bought. She wanted to ride back to the house, drive up the driveway on the bike, you know, with a helmet on. And who the fuck is this? Like, you know, just to surprise me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, you know, I said, that's the crack, you know what I mean? Just having the crack, you know?
Yeah.
But back to, so, again, well known for all the rallies and stuff, you know, you're doing the wheelies and all that. But then you kind of, I won't say got serious about it, like, but it just started to progress the stuff then. So, like, some of the older listeners would remember, like, at the Isle of Man, at the time of the TT, yeah, it was on the time, had the Ramsey Sprint.
Ramsey Sprint,
you know, and the Ramsey Sprint then was quarter of a mile, wasn't it?
An eighth.
Yeah, an eighth of a mile, yeah.
But there was another, maybe half a mile for runoff for the boys in the drag bikes.
Yeah,
you know,
because it was actually,
them
it
to
was called,
slow
it
down.
used to be the straight liners, wasn't it? It's called the straight liners. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of run what you brung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just rock up on anything and you would they'd line up the lights or the time on light and then bang, away you go.
Yeah.
That was it. And don't you know? And so what happened then was time of the foot and mouth or something, wasn't it? You were, yeah,
foot
you,
and mouth, and the rest was called off, but we were already booked.
Yes.
So we went anyway, you know.
Yeah.
And it was a great year because the race wasn't on and they wanted entertainment and you were allowed to do what you liked, you know.
Yeah.
As long as you kind of looked like you knew what you were doing, you know.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
We were staying in a campsite there at a football field, and every day we were outside, a great road outside, you know.
Yeah.
Messing every day, all day. And then even in Douglas, in the main street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There'd be cops looking at you there, and all they were worried about now is people drink driving, which is fair enough, you know.
Yeah.
But, and then the Ramsey Sprint, I had a Yamaha R1 at the time.
Yes.
And that year I got the fastest wheelie over the eighth of a mile, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was 119 miles an hour or something like that, over the eighth of a mile, you know.
Yeah.
So I loved going to Isle of Man. Now I believe it's all kind of changed out. The last time I was there, myself and another legend man, Mick Murphy.
Borough Mick,
The two of us was doing a wheelie down this 2-lane dual carriageway. Taking one lane each, you know.
As you do.
As you do.
Yeah, but who's not to?
Yeah.
Sure was there.
Yeah, sure, why not? And the boys was coming the other way, you know.
Yeah.
And there was only a grass barrier between it. And they climbed over that. Came after us, you know.
All right.
Yeah. But we both got away anyway.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And it got strict, I think, after that, you know.
Yeah.
Not because of us, because everyone was at it, you know.
Yeah.
And then this thing came up, the Evelington, it was a runway.
Yes, that's right. In the
Airport
UK,
runway. Yeah. And it was a wheelie competition.
Yeah.
Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
And I would.
But Gary Ratwell with him at that as well, would he?
Yes,
he was speaking for that at the time, wasn't he? Yeah. No, there's that 13 man as well. That's how he started, wasn't it?
Right.
That 13's like
That's
yourself.
right, yeah.
You know?
And went over for, I think it was 2004 or 2005, I'm not really sure. But, at the time, a guy called Dodge, he had the record.
Yeah.
And you had to do a full kilometre on the wheelie, from start to finish. Wheel touch ground, it was not counted, you know.
But just the thing that just to the wheelie, you see a lot of these records now for the wheelies. They're coming along and hitting the booster, and the wheel is like 2 inches off the ground for
that's a different section.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys were standing them up straight, like, big difference, wasn't it?
Yeah, you had to get up to the peak of balance, go up through the gearbox. But I found if I went into 6th gear, the bike was slowing down because I had to bring it too high.
Yeah,
the wind was catching, so Fireblade was only good in 5th, you know.
Yeah,
and try and get it where it's going ba 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 ba, just as you cross the line, you know.
Yeah.
I got 133, 136. And I came up with this idea. It was a big, wide runway, you know.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to stick my helmet right into the middle of the tank. So as I'm not catching wind, you know.
Yeah.
You could see where you've been. You know, but it was so wide, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I done this anyway and got my best speed. And it was 139.1 mile an hour.
Which is no small feat. Like, you know
the
what I mean?
record time was 140, you know.
Yeah.
But now it was beaten that year. But
Yeah.
I ended up coming at 11th.
Yeah.
And I was the only one on a Fairblade. After that, it was G6 or 1000.
Well, like, in fairness, though, not bad from a little terrier from Reading Derry, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know, and you were well known, like you said, in biking groups and, you know, in Ireland. Like, it was
But sure, the same in 2003. Do you remember we were all over in the Isle of Man?
Yeah.
A gang of us went.
Yeah.
And you were out doing the Ramsey sprint.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
threw the fucking 2 legs over the handlebars. And away.
I was coming
And
up
even
the
your
other
man,
side.
but your man that was on remember the commentator fella?
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. Like, he was the only one. Next minute, and we were all wondering, what the fuck's Franca? Here he was, stuck the 2 legs out over. Whoop, she went, and away with him, done the full fucking trick.
Yeah.
And everyone was going, fucking mad whore, where's he from? And we were all going, he's Irish. He has mad whores. You Irish boys are mad whores. This out here. So then Street Fighter magazine wanted to meet us out at the beach or wherever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And we all went out and the boys were doing wheelies and all the crack, right? So remember Nigel Carroll and Mosey stripped bollock naked. The 2 boys were coming up with these 2 yokes on hung like donkeys, right? And says your one that was Street Fighter, she it's all you Irish boys like that, says I. Settle on there now, say girl. Settle on. Every one of us.
This is where the half-inch fucking went.
I said, every one of us in Ireland are hung like donkeys. Well, boys, you nearly had the camera laughing at me, right? Oh, fuck's sake, I never forget. But didn't some crowd that was with Street Fighter magazine, they were after being given a Z1000, the first Z1000 now that came out of the newer ones, like.
Yeah.
And of course, wasn't the brothers and
Joe and Mark.
Yeah, Joe and Mark and fucking Mick Murphy and them all wheeling coming out on the way. Of course, your man on this brand new Z, nothing better to do, thought, here we go. The boys are able to do it, so mate, he rode off.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Brand new Z1000, mate.
Yeah.
All made shy of it.
He dropped it too late.
Yeah.
He had no hope of getting round the bend, you know?
Yeah.
So
that used to be a regular thing at the TT. Like, you see someone standing there like in a pair of crutches and the leg in plaster and a bucket, you know, roll off the bike. That was a regular thing over there, wasn't it?
Yeah. But no, it was mad. We go away. But then when the cops caught me, I was after ramping that little humpy bark bridge, and when I come down, didn't the fucking back wheel break the number plate? Of course, Chad didn't know. Chad was powering on. Whoa. So I was like, fuck's sake, what's going on?
Size of them plates.
Yeah,
They were
I was
massive.
I was scanning. He walks up to me and he says, do you know why I pulled you? I know. He said, get off the bike, he says. Come back here. Here was the number plate and shite. Oh, says I, Jesus Christ. He says, now, I'm going to send you to Honda dealer in Douglas or whatever you want to call it. Douglas, is it?
Yeah, Douglas, yeah.
Say, right. So in it goes, your man now ripped me off 50 fucking quid for a fucking number plate. Yeah.
He's Irish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I knew Irish, like, right? But he gave me this big fucking orange whatever plate, right? And, so away with the cha again, out the road like a loo ball, whoop, thinking the great fella, looking for the cops, right, to show them, I got it. Out again, hit the fucking same bridge, not thinking, bump down, and when she came down, the number plate, because it's so big again, cut the back wheel, made shave it, I didn't know, kept going. Next minute, they found me, woo, pulled me in again. I thought, you cunt to have, you know. Right. I got off the fucking bike before he even got out of the car.
Proud as punch,
I walked straight back and I went, for fuck's, I know where I've to go, I said. and I went, and I had to go back and give him another 50. By chance was I rode around boys, and I tell you here now, any fucker on 150 would have passed me. I did not want to break the third one. I swear to Jesus.
I remember when I was working for Terence Healy's father out there, and I was messing in that road. It was a great road. There was no houses on it, It was brilliant for it.
Yeah.
And I used to go from there to here, Carberry. And the next thing, member called to the door to my father, and he said he's going to kill someone or he's going to kill himself,
Yeah.
And the father said, how do you know? I'm after following him. He says, last 5 evenings. And he thought I was going to eat Derry, so he couldn't find me,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
The best one I have, well, I was following the guard, right? I remember when I had the CG 125.
Yeah.
And in Edenderry. And do you remember the cinema used to be there in the square?
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know what was on it, but it just bored out me tree. So I decided to head into Edenderry on my CG 125, right? Middle of the summertime, right?
Yeah.
And it was a late show, 8 o'clock, whatever it was going to be. And so parked up the bike and either went, whatever was on anyway, came back out anyway. Started up the bike, just coming out of the square, next to pop fucking headlight went. Right? Fucking both head and dim.
Oh,
right?
jeez.
So, right? And even everything, fucking lot went, right? And I said, well, fuck if I'm walking home, like, do you know what I mean? Right? Yeah. So I said, right. So I wait till the car, because it was getting duskish, darkish, do you know what I mean? So I said, right, so I'll lock him behind the car, like, and I'll sit in behind him, you know what I mean? So, and you would remember then, you come out of it just at the Boyne Bridge, right? So what happened then was, your mum was going on round to the right, and you know that junction is, and round to the right, heading up for Carberry. And I said, no, I won't go that fucking way now.
Over
because
the railway bridge,
yeah, over the railway bridge. Yeah. They used to be there, right? And I said, right, I won't fucking follow him now, because the cops are stopping, they'll be stopped out in the fucking main road.
Too busy, yeah.
So I took a left, and I was going to head out by your age area, over the back roads, do you know what I mean? So fucking sitting there, and he went, fucking cars going, every fucker heading to Carberry, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. And next is this car coming up, fucking indicator on, that's grand, and I'm just parked up there taking over, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this car goes past me, and the next in behind your man, stuck up behind him, fucking grand, right? And I had to get close to him because I couldn't see it. At this stage now, you couldn't see your hand in front of your fucking face, right? And we're tipping along, and you know, the lads I know where Martin Regan used to live, you know, those bad
the
bends.
bad bend, yeah.
So he got as far as there. Next you seen that he put on the brake lights, right? And when I seen the brake lights, I went, that's a blue looking fucking car, like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Cortina, right?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then I copped, you remember they had the big blue light on top of them back then, right? So I was following the guard out the fucking you know, so the lad hit the fucking brakes as quick, and you know, and fucking scoot back the other way, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd fucking followed him, yeah. So but again, it was harmless, do you know what I mean? You know, as I said.
Yeah, but Tony, I have to burst your hole there, bud, because many a time it was the other way around. The fucking guards were following me.
Yeah. Set up a roadblock one time outside my house. I had up the footpath around them. They went mad. Looking for me for days. I changed the bike. That was when I had Katana, you know the Katana.
Oh yeah, the Katana 750.
Flip
Yeah,
up light in the front. Yeah, I had to get rid of the bike. They were going mad for me. Allegedly.
We were coming out of Newbridge one day, and I had the CB 750K, and we're doing martial arts, right? So we're doing it in, right? And summer's evening, and of course the backpack was on the back of the fucking bike there with me anyway, right? And we're coming out of Newbridge, and we're heading, heading down about, say, the train station is, right?
Yeah.
And so on the bike, you know, and just coming out of Newbridge back then, and heading over the, you know, and so started to open up a small bit. And as I was walking, or I was riding along there, seen this lad up on the footpath in like a blue kind of uniform, right? And he was walking ahead up in the distance, and he'd stop every so often, and you see him just looking behind. Do you know what I mean? And then he'd walk on another bit, and he'd stop, he'd look behind. And I thought he was like a fucking train driver or something. Do you know what I mean, right? Now, literally got nearly up on top of the guy. He then decided, right, he was going to fucking stop me. He was a guard, right?
Yeah.
So he ran right across the middle of the fucking road, like, hand up, fucking stop, right? Hit the fucking brakes, and she skidded fucking 20 yards past him, fucking locked up, like, do you know what I mean, right? Right?
That was because I was on the back, you see. You know, the bit extra weight.
The extra half an inch made a difference that day.
It was when it was stuck in your back.
Now, quick shout out to some of our sponsors. Principal Insurance Ireland. Having the right insurance matters, especially when on two wheels. Cover you can rely on. Howden Insurance Ireland Limited, trading as Principal Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. P&B Heating and Plumbing, Edenderry, County Offaly, covering all the Midlands. Offering a professional boiler service and 24-hour emergency plumber on call. So call Nick on 085 159 2347. City Spares Motorcycles, Cherry Orchard Industrial Estate, Dublin. Your Honda and Suzuki agent. Now, back to the show.
Well,
And so he says, so even before he fucking got to me, do you know what I mean? I'd picked up the visor and fucking turned it and had, you know, and he says, name, you know, insurance, you know, I had to hand him everything, right? And he was walking on the bike and he says, he was fucking bulling because of tax on it, you know, and fucking insurance on it. It was fucking everything was going on.
Even had the jar on it.
With the fucking jar, yeah. He says, what speed were you doing? So, yeah, 30 miles an hour. Don't give me that. I'll ask you again. What speed were you doing? He says, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, right? And next he pipes up. I'm telling you, God, he was doing. I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to this man here, right? Right?
And
What speed were you doing? I said, I've just told you 3 times, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, he was fucking, because he's steam coming over him, do you know what I mean? Fucking, right? And again, if you hang yourself, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I says, I went round the bike again and round the bike again. Then he come out with a classic one. He says, right, he says, where's the front number plate off that bike, he says. And I said, say that again? I said, where's the front number plate off that bike? I said, they've been outlawed since the fucking 60s. It's like you're having a meat cleaver on the front of the fucking bike.
It was the train during.
Yeah.
I look into that, he says, you know, right?
Yeah.
But the laugh about when they said to him, sure, Card, he was only doing 30 miles. I couldn't see over his shoulder blades. How the fuck did I know?
couldn't see you sitting behind him. Oh, there's somebody else there.
Yeah, sure. The guy, he was baffled. He thought, fuck me, his
This man's a
backpack's full with legs.
But yeah, that was it. Like I said, now go on, and don't let me ever see that. I said, I told you I was doing 30 miles an hour, you know?
Yeah.
You know, but again, as you said, Frank, different times you get away with it. Now it's a camera, it's a, you know what I mean? It's, you know.
Yeah.
And sure, back then the endorsements, sure lads had, remember the old provisional license, there wasn't even a picture on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sure lads would have 2 of them or 3 of them, different addresses and different things. And
So the time years ago when I, after buying that CBR 600, the time we had the tap bar, remember? And we're after getting the lounge done. It cost 1,300 quid to get the fucking floor varnished. Of course, shower with a few arters, and the boys were browning me about this CBR. So I went down and done a few donuts and destroyed the floor.
On the stage.
The following week, we had to give away 800 more quid to get your man back to fucking fix it.
I'd say Tony was impressed.
yeah.
But I'd fucking nothing on the bike anyhow. But this night anyway, we're after closing up, and I said, fuck this now. I'm going to bring her out for just a quick one, just out the road and back. So I put in first gear and brought it out the lounge, down off the 2 steps on the timber.
Yeah.
And it was a lovely night. And I was just in first gear, just going by Jimmy Mangan's. Next minute I could see blue flashing. I went, fuck's sake. Thunder and lightning now. And I had no mirrors in the bike. So then I looked behind me. Here's the Nino behind me with the blue lights go. Bang! Boys, that jug went out the road like a fucking snot now. Out the road. So I headed off Tallamwood anyhow when I stopped in Allenwood and I had 3 fags. Never forget. And I was fucking hating these fucking things. So I said, no, I'm going to chance it back. Fuck it. So the next thing was anyway, back, flat out as usual. Next minute, coming to Carberry Cross, the old Carberry Cross now, there was no roundabout and it was the straight through road,
I
right?
remember it,
And he just, next minute I could see these lights and next minute I could see this torch and a fella standing in the middle of the road and he flagged. Well, I'd say now, boys, I spun him about 2 or 3 times on the road. I went by him that fucking fast, right?
He would have hurt you for about 5 miles away.
Absolutely, should the nice of it. And I got back anyway and up into the lounge, closed the 2 doors. The fair idea was me, but back that time, you see, you had to be stopped.
That's right, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But got away, but they had a fair idea. So then another day, I was after getting insured and taxed and everything, and
So
poor old
again,
Babs Conley.
looking for a guard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But poor old Babs Conley, Lord mercy him, Babs was after buying a fucking Hyper 750,
Yeah, I remember.
and he gave me a spin. No, he'd nothing. There was nothing on it, only himself. But he gave me a spin. But I felt there was no power in it because of the 600. Mine was fully race tuned. We remember, Tony, me and you went down to Listowel and carried the ball off. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
in fairness, that was an animal if you ought to go.
Oh, she was,
No
yeah.
doubt, yeah.
So we just anyhow, we're out the road spinning and all, and coming back into the town, and it says, Babs, now, cha, now you've everything on your bike. I says, I have, the tax due, the whole lot, cha. And he says, if they're stopping, because they were known to just pick random spots back in Derry that time to stop.
Especially bikes.
Yeah. So the next thing was, he says, I'll fucking shoe on by you. You stop and I'll shoe on by you. It's like, right, sound Babs, no bother. So we're coming down the fucking town anyway. And of course, I used to love going in because of the echo in the town, and I'd give her a few bop, bop, and you'd hear it rattling the windows. Sure, I came around the corner. Here's Vince, standing in the middle of the road.
The legend, Vince.
Vince Allen, I tell you, he was, but he was one of the good ones, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But anyway, fucking, I'll never forget it. And I pulled up anyhow, and Babs went, wow, out by me like a shot. Next minute, Vince threw the book on the road, and he was frothing out of the mouth. You know him? Who is he? Who is shouting and bawling at me, right? But I had my white shirt now because I was going back to start working the pub, right?
Yeah.
And we're stopping outside the pub. So I took off the helmet, and Charlie, you know who he is. I says, Vince, I haven't a clue. I said, Vince, look, my shirt and all, I'm going back to work. I says, I only went up to town for a bit of space. I don't know. You fucking know, you know him. And then he said, now, the nice of that joke. He says, here, and he put me into the book. You produced that with a quieter can. So, Lord and behold, who was across the road? The bold Frank at his bike shop. I flew over to Frank and says, cheers, Frank, have you any old cans there? No. Oh, cheers, says Frank, hold it. You remember the big fucking Hyper 1100 original can?
Yeah.
He cut 4 slots out of it, slid it on and put a clamp on it, and next minute this yoke sounded as quiet as be fucked. So, goes right went up to the barracks, right? Pulls into the barracks. Here's the big window. Who's behind it? Vince. I start pointing in and pointing him to come out. He walked up to the window. He pointed at me and said, get the fuck in here, right? So I get off the bike.
How dare you?
Yeah, I swear to God. And he's frothing out of the fucking mouth, like, you know. So he walks in anyway, you know. He said, don't ever point at me. He said, you fucking come in here. So he's going gaga. And he said, yeah, Vince, you asked me to come up and produce it. So out he comes anyway. I start up the bike. Real quiet. Delight with myself. He said, right. He says, you're grand. He says, you produce it. Straight back down. Remember, Frank? Straight down. Off the can. 4 downpipes. Up by the barracks. Rattled every wind in it. Down that evening to we're out on patrol, boy. He came into the pub and opened the door and he went, come here. Called me outside the pub. You think you're the funny lad, don't you? Say, excuse me? You think you're being funny? That was you that went up and nearly broke all the windows out of the barracks, wasn't it? I says, I'm working. It can't be me. I'm working. I says, go down, the bike's down there. Look at it. The can is still on it. And it wasn't. If it went down, I was fucked. But he said, right. He says, well, I'll be watching you. And you do know who that fella was on the bike. I says, I hadn't a clue. I says, I haven't seen him since. But it was poor old Babs.
Look, but sure, look, well, not slightly, but again, the same guards. Remember you telling them, I know you told it before in the podcast, but it's funny. Like, remember to stop you in the charade.
On the day it's a charade. My damn ma went to England, boys. This no messing. Right? No, like you can't make these up. I was wanting my wife at the time, And in I goes, but took Daddy's car out of the shed. But the tax insurance and all, but he cancelled everything because they were going to think them for a while. So I said, fuck it, chance it. Into the town anyway. And when I coming in by Dunhu's there, I seen the squad car. So I indicate I went up through Greenwood.
Up the mount.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And
no,
I went up around Greenwood and all. Oh, jeez, here they were behind me. Now, not the siren on, but the lights, the blue lights. I went up Greenwood, around Greenwood, down the back lanes, and here they were after me. But the next thing, they called the other squad car, and he blocked the entrance, so I came down. Of course, I was fucked, so I had to stop. Up he comes to me. Your name? Say, Noel Riley. He says, I'm going to ask you again. He says, your name? Say, Noel Riley. Charlie, your fucking name. Tell me. And he started calling me. Say, Charlie, right. No, that's more like it.
Now
he
we're
says.
getting so
And he
far.
started writing me into the book. Oh, Lord, Jeff, I tell you, I used to wreck their head. I swear to God.
That same house in the state, they were building
Used
at the
to.
time. And I was followed into that as well. And they came from the other end, the other end as well.
Yeah.
Blue lights everywhere, and one of the houses was complete. No windows or doors. I drove straight in, turned off the pipe. Sat in there for about 3/4 of an hour. I go away. Allegedly.
But you know what, though? but all joking aside, now, hands on, like, all joking aside, they weren't a bad bunch.
No.
They weren't. Now, you had to do something really fucking sour and bad for them to really go hard on you.
Yeah, you'd really have to wind them up.
But jeez, no, I'll tell you. Sure, they nearly hit the squad car. I was after coming off at 120 mile an hour and fucking making shite of it. But Paul Dempsey put it back together for me and put a 916 to carry tailpiece on it. And street fight.
Yeah.
So, of course, again, fucking no mirrors, right? And so that was the day me, you, Ron, all the boys, remember we were going for a spin?
Oh, yeah. To work a nice little spot,
Yeah. And Hugh's horse took off, and of course, Cha went to take off. But this white joke came up along the side of me, and of course, I avoided it, and I just powered on. Never even looked. I just So we just came through Dangan anyway, and the next thing, boys, blue light, siren, all that.
Nino.
Pulled in front of me. So I stopped. Niall O'Leary. What the fuck are you at? I said, do you know you nearly hit the squad car? I says, no. Why, where were you? At the Tullamore Bridge, he says. You pull straight out, and when I thought back, I seen this white truck pull up alongside me. But I never, and I kept, have you taxed? No. Have you insurance? I had insurance. Have you a license? I have. I could take that bag off you. I say, don't burst me fucking chops, I said. I'm only after getting it back on the road, you know what I mean? Right. Produced insurance on your license. And he says, get it taxed. I says, yeah. So you will probably have to stamp our form, though. he was looking at it. Get that your home, he says, now, right? I said, yeah. So I was starting to, he said, where are you going? I said, I'm going the long way home. I had to go out fully the Bayshire. Yeah. So we just anyway, I go away with that one as well. Oh, fuck's sake. And they did stamp it for me. But that's what I'm saying, they were a good bunch of blokes. They weren't out to fucking burst your chops, like. They'd give you an old, a bit of a telling off and a slap on the wrist. But if you done it again, they do you. Yeah. But you always got away, not like now, there's no lenience.
They'd give you a chance.
Now they just want to do you, simple as money for the revenue,
But they're under rule now, you know what I mean? They're held to account now for all their actions now, you know what I mean? They're not standing up for them now.
But they are, though. They are. Like, they're under pressure.
Changed.
They're under pressure.
Yeah.
As long
but
as...
I still do think to have a bit of discretion now at the minute, like.
Oh, they do.
Not that they ever use it, like, they're just...
There is some sound ones out there, like,
Look, it's as you said, different times, you know what I mean? So, so just going back there now, so you had the shop then as well. So you had that for a good few years then as well, didn't you?
Yeah, 8 years, 8 years, yeah. That was good old times, like, but...
Yeah. It's look, I've been in that game myself for a number of years, so I know the story, but it's not all sunshine and roses either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
you're under pressure. You're married to it. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of night and day.
It's not 9 to 5 or anything like it.
Far from it.
Yeah,
far from it.
The hours you put in behind the scenes, you know.
Yeah.
But again, at the time though, we'd all give out about it, but you kind of enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was the thing.
Yeah,
like,
It was a good part of your life, like, you know.
Well, that was just it. But biking is biking, you know.
Yeah.
So that's just a different aspect of it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there were good times. So you doing any biking now at all now? Or
yeah. Well, I was off there for a while. I have a bit of an issue with my neck, with a load of discs.
Yeah.
Fucked up my neck.
Yeah.
But, I still had the 2 bikes, like, you know, but they were parked up, and I was in a bit of pain there for a while. And then just one day I said, it was a great day. I said, fuck this. I said, I'm going to get up this bike, go for a good spin.
Yeah.
I ended up in Mayo. I didn't know how I was going to get home. But since that now, Matt's been out a few times on the bike.
Kind
now.
of reignited the passion.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
No, I get it. You know what I mean? So, any plans now? Instead, are you going to a few more trips to Mayo or around the country? Or
Oh yeah. I intend on getting out for a few spins at Dubai's.
But Jesus, Jar.
Yeah.
Oh, no better fella to pull you out with the
hold
fucking
it
bed.
back.
Get the fuck up, Frank. We're going spinning. I want to see that jug vertical.
I'd like to do a few rallies now as well, you know.
Yeah. No, we'll do a bit. Sure, look, as the fella says, I don't know any town or village that had so many fucking wild bikers than Eaton Derry and Carberry over the years. But he's all header balls. You know yourself.
Yeah. Do
But
you remember it was a newspaper? Big clamped down in Eaton Derry.
Oh,
motorbikes.
yeah, absolutely. Sure, there were death on us that time.
Yeah. But it was getting out of hand, in fairness. No, you know,
Allegedly.
we were stone mad.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
I remember I was going through on an LC 350 one time, took off the square, flat out, first gear, second gear, third gear, and I was going around the bend there to Carrick Road. You know, that was a bend there, it wasn't a roundabout like him.
Yeah.
Bike seized. Oh, but the chance. 2 or 3 circles on the road, and down she went, you know. But, you wouldn't get away with anything like that now. You know, it's all changed.
But do you remember when the town years ago was white? That's what I'm saying to you. And
Yeah.
the boys, honest to God, lads, I used to love it. When I knew the boys were coming on from England, I was in the town the whole time.
Yeah.
Festival week.
The boys up and down, but not this stunting now. Just pure natural boys, just up in the back.
Yeah.
Pull in the front brake, bit of a dove burnout. Next minute, let the brake out, up in the back wheel. He used to do it on the Z13 and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking mental, sure, mental. Then he used to, but he used to actually, James, have the clocks on his chest. The bike was that straight.
Go away.
Yeah. And
You have to go very high with a Z13. You really, really have to go high with it.
but Desi Revel, the time Desi was on the fucking Seeker 750 shaft drive.
The shaft drive.
And it ended up, I'm not sure whether it was Pee-wee that bought it, but Jack Hambridge ended up with it.
All right.
And I used to ride it up and down the
I bought
road.
off Pee-wee over in London.
Who did?
I bought off Pee-wee over in London,
Yeah.
right? And then I was using it for courier work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done it up a bit, put new tyres in and that.
And was it you that sort of
After
did?
getting a GS, he was after getting a GS 1000 with a GSX 1100 engine in it.
Yeah.
Put I think it was a Dresden, some swinging arm, box section swinging arm on it, and you put different wheels on it and all this kind of stuff, blah blah. And then he went to pop a wheelie on it, and the fucking chain slipped the sprockets and took a chunk out of the fucking crankcase. Right, so he's heading home. He was heading home on that bike, you know. So you know a bike to go home on. So I gave him back the XJ. I said, "Sure, bring that yoke with you." And then he ended up selling the fucking thing to Jack Hambridge when he was over here. He ran out of money and he wanted to save it louder. So then when he come back to London, he says, I sold that yoke. And
Here's what's left.
He said, look, you take the 1100. So I said, yeah, fair enough. So I ended up getting that fixed. I got the crankcase welded up and hauled off and put a paint job on it, but it didn't turn out the way. Dream Machine was the big company at the time with all the paint work, and I wanted the same. It's the same colour as Eddie Lawson's. Remember Eddie Lawson? the 500cc world champion at the time on the Amas and all that. But he had a showy helmet and it had this kind of design on it, and it was blue and yellow and stuff like that. But got it back from Dream Machine anyway, and it didn't look anything like the fucking helmet, yeah? So the boys christened it the ice cream van. So I rode that around for a while, and there was fucking McCooney slide carburetors on it and everything. It was an animal yoke. I had to get them all set up and everything because you'd fucking twist the throttle and nothing happened. Next minute, all the power would kick in and the fucking thing would take off on you, you know?
It's like a power valve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had the wider wheels on it and all that, the spoke rims that time. That's the only way you could get wide tyres on that time, you know? And, yeah. I ended up swapping it for a Z750, yeah.
I remember the first time I met you, it was in London. I was driving up on the 1300.
Yeah.
And I think you had a Kawasaki GT550.
Yeah, that was the radar dispatch
You were
company.
dispatching, yeah. I seen this high-vis jacket on you, dispatching. I thought, Jesus Christ, dispatch riding in London. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was out there driving through the city to get to us.
Yeah.
And there was roundabouts with 3 lanes, there was taxis pulling out in front of you, buses just pulling out. I says to myself, that fella has something to say about
I
it.
actually started dispatching on a GPZ 1100.
All right.
That was the first bike I bought, Unitrack one.
Yeah.
When I came back from Australia, went over to London, and then I got on. Mick Hurley got me there working with Jared trying them all there on the platforms there in Liverpool Street.
Yeah.
So it was 7 days a week, 12
That was
hours
the
shift.
A3, I think. Yeah.
And great job. Started dispatching on that. I lost that job then, you see, on the platform. So then I couldn't get anything else in the buildings at the time. So Jared Try and the boys had been dispatching out there in Putney with radar before.
Yeah.
So I went out to them and he gave me a job, gave me a start. And then, as I said, I used the GBZ for a while, and then I sold that. And then I went on the company bike, the GT550. Sure, I made shite of that. I hopped that yoke off Arctics and every fucking thing.
Which bike did you hit the Chinese off the bus?
Oh, that was
Allegedly.
the old
Allegedly.
my old maggot, the old CX500.
Or the CX, was
Yeah,
it?
the big full fairing on it and the whole lot and top box and everything. But yeah, filtering through traffic, coming up to a junction. And the Chinese girl, she came through the traffic. I was going up the outside, up to the lights, and then she just appeared out in front of me, like she was running to catch a bus the other side of the road. There was a bus up the other side of the road. I hit her, bang, knocked her down on her backside anyway. I stopped the bike, put the sights on and got off. I went over to her and I said, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm okay. And I says, "Do you want me to call the ambulance or anything? You sure you're okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." She got up anyway. And then the bus was coming and all that, and then she just ran off. "I'm okay, leave me alone." And ran off. And then I knocked another pedestrian down in Oxford Street. But again, it wasn't my fault, like, you know what I mean? Another one running for a bus. You know Oxford Street, the big shopping area in London, like, you know.
It was a horrible place to drive through back
and
then.
there'd be fucking buses going up and down by the new time. They'd never be tail to tail, like, you know, nose to bumper, like, or whatever the fuck. The amount of buses. But I think it was crossing Wardour Street or something like that, crossing Oxford Street, and the lights had changed, and of course I took off. I was at the head of the traffic, like, and I seen this out of my peripheral vision, see this woman, and she fucking legging it, right? And there was a flower stall on the corner, at junction, and of course I took off first gear, second gear, and I seen her coming, so then I braked and I tried to go as close to the curb as I could, hoping that, because I knew she was going to appear in front of me. So she nearly made it by me. Her trailing leg caught me front wheel and she went tumbling, head over heel, across to the other side of the street, like, you know. And out of nowhere, this cop comes out, "Oh, yeah, obviously your fault, mate, where's your documents?" You know. And then, lucky enough, there was witnesses to it and all that, and they said, no, it wasn't his fault. The girl ran straight out in front of him. And then I went over, so the cop says, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." So went over to your one, she was in a heap on the ground. Had to call an ambulance for her, put her in a neck brace and the whole lot. And even she said to me, she said, I'm so sorry. She said, it was completely my fault. And I says, yeah. I says, yeah, I know, but you nearly missed me. Or I nearly missed you, you know what I mean? But yeah, got away with that as well. But anyway,
I had something like that one time where I had a donkey. Ran up front of me.
Yeah.
That was some slap, I can tell you.
Oh. I nearly hit a big white horse there outside the Hammages one morning going to work in Timahoe. Winter's morning. Next minute, I was on the phone with the twin that time, the Honda. Fucking, that's probably why I hate Hondas. Hate that fucking bike. Whole for going into false neuters and everything. But anyway, I was going along anyway, and it was a fucking dark, murky morning. And next minute, I just seen this white fucking shot, like in the beam in the headlight, the big fucking head of this big white fucking horse, right? And there was no way I was going to stop. I just done that, and the fucking caught his snout with my shoulder going by him, like, you know what I mean? But if it had hit him fucking head on, like, you know, probably wouldn't be here now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the danger, boys.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only old thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Even a pigeon is a fair slap, boys, in your chest.
yeah,
Don't talk to me. I hit a bastard crow. Oh, Jesus, I was on the booster. I was heading down Danlow Road and I was doing allegedly 150 miles an hour, right?
Kilometers, just say kilometers.
Kilometers.
Yeah, I know, but the listeners will understand. Kilometers for babies. This was this was the real deal, right? And
Miles per hour,
yeah, this was the real deal. And I was out to buying, it was the 99 booze I bought. And fucking, sure, I was pinning it anyway. And in the corner of my eye, I could see it. But didn't think now I was going to, well, he hit me in the chest, boys. There's no three ways about it. Oh, knock the fuck out of me. Now, knock the stuff. But the dirty whore, he exploded. And his guts and everything all over my jacket, right?
Not a feather left on him.
Right? Dirty cunt. And I had to turn around then and go back home. Then I was late for work. I had to go back home and just take the jacket off, and I just fucked it in the bin. Like all the dirty. So then going back then to work, I wasn't doing what I was doing the first time. I was just plodding along. And got into work. Sure, I was supposed to be gone fucking 15 minutes prior because I was driving the buses, like, you know.
Yeah.
But sure, then the boss in the buses rang me one day and he says to me, he says, Cha, yeah. Any chance, he says, slowing off a bit. I say, why? Wasn't he getting emails from whatever way the bus tracked? But the emails were coming in, sure, you know, in the speed zones. Sure, I was flat out. I wasn't. I was pinning, right? But these jokes used to keep sending him emails, and he'd ring me to slow down. I says, "Come here. Do you want me to do the job or not?" Yeah, but slow her down. He says, "You don't have to be rushing." Say sound made me tick. Both to the headlight. Everywhere. So he got a few more emails. that was the way that was.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sure, I tell you what, boys, we're coming up to an hour. I suppose we had to bring this to a bit of a pause, as the fella says. We wanted to talk about other stuff, Armoy and bits and pieces. So look, Frank, thanks very much for coming in.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Again, it's great to relive old times, and I'm sure we'll have you back on again.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thanks
sure.
for the invite, lads.
You've plenty of more stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
You bring out the best in the cha anyway.
Chemistry.
The extra half an inch.
You know all about it, Tiny, yeah?
Your back has never been the same since.
That's why that hole was in it. Oh, yeah.
And so moving on from there, swiftly moving on from there. Bit of crack, and I think before we'll have to come back to that. And there's a lot of stories there, lads. A lot of history, the local biker history there. So I think we're going to have a podcast just on near misses and look at all the antics we used to get up to. You know what I mean? But swiftly moving on, I suppose. The big one here was the mid antrim. So again, Jerry, me and you ventured up there, got up early in the morning and dragged you out of bed.
To be precise, 4:30 we got up, lad.
Yeah, okay.
You arrived at my house about, 5 to 5?
Yeah.
And we headed off. And what a day.
Oh, well, just, yeah. It's a bit like Walterstown. Like I said, if Carlsberg did a race weekends, it was just another one of those. Because I was looking at the live cam on the Friday, and it didn't look good at all. It was lashing really. You could actually hear you hear the rain hitting the roads. The mic was picking that up. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got up there early, and
as well, Tony, don't forget, me and you are veterans of many, many motorcycle racings on the road, and neither of us have been at that race.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah. It was. Yeah, I thought it was 3 or 4 years since it'd been on, and but I've had I've been to a lot of road racing, and it's in the back of my grey matter. Yeah, there's something about the mid antrim, all right, but no, first time there, but what a track! We drove down the track after when we got a chance.
Oh man. Like it's 3.5 miles, guys, and it's basically a triangle track from Clark Village straight down past Swan, Alexander Jumps, Fenton's Corner. Like it's a long straight. So I can just imagine the bikes flat out and jumps on that straight, and then come into Victor Gilmore Corner, and then you're back into the narrow part of the section, which is quite good. Couple of nice twists, very technical, and then Corby Corner, you're heading back up towards the start finish, and it's a long spin up. So 3.5 miles is a fair track.
Yeah, we're getting up to a fair bit of speed there, But I suppose we got there and we pulled into the field, and as you do with road racing. And look, as it happened, we were literally just walking along, and there was a lady there. She was just taking her dog over a car.
An absolute
and
star.
I mean, look, that, like the whole biking community, you know what I mean? And it's just amazing how it works. We just actually, Jerry, you were chatting to her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just admiring. She was walking with a very brown Labrador dog, a beautiful. And I just said to her, "That's a beautiful dog." And she says, "Yeah, it took a lot of polishing. We were out here at the road racing yesterday, and both of us got drowned, so he's after being well washed." And I said, where are you from here? She says, "I am a local girl here," and her name was Michaela. And I said,
big shout out, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really, really good girl.
Yeah.
She said, we asked her, "You've the
knowledge.
The knowledge." Says, "Where's the best place?" "Well, I'm going up to my boyfriend's father here at church and at McCain Hairpin." And I said, "Yeah, sure, we'll go, follow you."
Yeah, first time there, we did,
So we went in and we were introduced to Michaela's boyfriend's dad, who is Stephen, and an absolute gentleman, and his knowledge of motorcycling.
Come on to Stephen. Yeah. An absolute gentleman. Absolute gentleman.
So we spent the whole day there. It was ideal because from that area, you could see them coming from the paddocks up to McCain Corner, or you could walk to the other side and see them coming out of McCain Corner, heading down towards Swan and Alexander Jump. So it was an excellent place.
Yeah. And and listen, and again, Stephen, some man for knowledge, because myself and Jerry and a few of the club members, Brian and James, are heading to the MotoGP in San Marino. And we were just, as you do, we just chat about what we're planning to do. And Stephen then imparted some
His knowledge is just incredible.
Yeah.
Filled us in on places to go and see. We're all into history here.
Yeah.
So he suggested some places, San Mariglis, where the parachute guys in World War II, all up along, even Agincourt, Ypres and all that. So lots of good information. So it was brilliant. So in between each race, we had a conversation. It was brilliant.
Yeah. And I suppose the big thing is, let's get back to the racing. Fantastic. The main thing was it went off without a hitch. As such, I said, it was. Everyone got round safely. A few minor little things, but again, everyone got through it. It was all good. I suppose the big thing was it was the Michael Dunlop show.
5 wins, just incredible. You've seen it, Tony.
Yeah.
As he's going out by us at that McCain Corner, he is just, everybody else is kind of wheeling. He is just, that bike is just singing and is sitting down.
I need the bikes, the Ducati.
The Ducati, yeah.
And the BMW. And he was out in the Immortal 3 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is just so smooth and very, very fast.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
As I say up there, he's a fair quick man, as I say up there, you know what I mean, yeah. And I mean, look, we have to mention our local team and Kevin Keys. I mean, look, a stunning ride out. Second and the first.
2 seconds at third.
And a third in DNF. Yeah, he had a technical issue with the R6 on the second Super Sport race, you know. But it was actually in the running up to that. Do you know what I mean? And then had an issue with it was a gear selector problem, and or not selecting gears or jumping out of gears. Something that was the issue with the bike. So again, wise decision. You know, I mean, you just can't take a chance. So made the right decision and pulled in, and sure. You know, we'll get out on the track another day. But I mean, yeah, it was, you know, tight racing all through the field.
What about the Superbike race? Right, we'll fill you in, guys. Basically, there was a start, and Michael and Kevin took off, and they were absolutely on it.
Yeah,
Got around the first bend. They were very tight each other. There was a massive gap at that stage between them and the next thing, red flag.
Yeah,
someone stalled at the back, and I can't understand why. But
well, actually, I was talking to Kevin. So what actually happened? Someone had gone out just to test the bike. That's what it was. He didn't want the next race. He just wanted to go out on the back tail of that to make sure that the bike was okay. You know, some riders, just see them going out and you see it like a load of say super bikes out, and then or super sport bike out, and then you see it till 125. Like, what's he doing? He's just out testing the bike to make sure for the next race. You know what I mean? So your man hadn't got cleared the grid. Arsenal didn't get out. Oh, look, it is what it is. And that's why they red flagged it, because they literally just stopped it, reformed up in the grid, and again, you know, it was like Kevin was right behind them.
Oh, as tight as anybody that day.
And then, as you say, follow up from that year, what happened then?
Yeah, straight after that, Kevin had a bad start on the second attempt. Yeah. And when he went by us, he was in 7th, and he wasn't happy. His head was shaking. He was mad. But that lap, I'm telling you guys, look at 3.5 miles, right? In 3.5 miles of doing that lap, he had gone from 7th up to 4th, and he was on a bloody charge. We could see the bike
was on a mission.
He was on serious power now. Next lap, he's 3rd. Now there's a gap between 1st and 2nd that he's not going to make, so he came in at 3rd. But my God, it was brilliant.
Yeah. And all those looks. It was just good, as I said. It's first, and it won't be my last time there, as the fella says. All going well.
And Kevin had a good battle with that young man from the Isle of Wight. He was really, really good on the day. So there was a battle between the three of them.
Yeah. So just like myself, names. You know, we had another guy then. That lady we were talking earlier on.
That's a great story.
Her boyfriend was his first time road racing, wasn't it?
Her boyfriend Ethan was doing spanners for a young man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Called Ross Moore. Ross Moore is 19 years of age, guys. His first ever road race.
Yeah.
He's doing a support, right? Super sport, yes. Support race, non-championship, and he wins it.
Yeah.
By a long way.
Yeah.
And he goes out in the second race, and he comes second, and he was leading it all the way through. I think he had a technical issue towards the end. So watch out for this young man. Ross Moore, I think he's from Kells in the north.
Kells in the north. Yeah.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah.
And Ethan himself, I believe, from talking to his father, Stephen, he is going to try and get his license this year and hope to be on the roads next year.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah. And sure, look, I said, it was a long day. I said, we were up early. Fantastic racing.
And I have one thing I have to say.
Yeah, go on.
Everybody knows that the old classic bikes, they're noisy. But there's great racing. It's always tight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to shout out for a guy. He's an absolute legend. He's on this bike, on this planet a lot longer than most of us. Watty Brown. He's from Scotland. He's a veteran motorcycle racer. He's had 9 Manx trophies in his time. So this guy is a serious man.
Yeah.
And basically him and his partner travel the length and breadth of Ireland. They love road racing, and they'll be at all road racings. And it's a struggle because they have to, she used to go home to do a bit of work and, to try and keep the money going. And it's just, it's a hard going. He's a lovely Manx 500.
Yeah.
He was racing in the middle of it. He got a third or second in actually the 500cc bike. And to see the smile on that man's face, He is in his mid-70s, guys. So
Yeah, mid-70s, yeah.
And he wasn't there for a show. He was there for racing.
Yeah.
And a smile on his face on the podium. And I always chat him when I go around to the paddocks, any times I get, because he always has...
So something, yeah.
all these riders, guys, was very different than what you see all over the world. You can go and have a chat with them. So you were in a paddock, please go and have a chat with the guy. They loved to talk. All right, if they're if you can see them, they're a little bit annoyed. You leave them alone. But if they're willing to talk
Yeah, well, normally just after coming off the track, or just they're getting ready to go out on the track, just to give them a bit of breathing space is what I'd say. But I see Kevin here now. He gave us a big shout out there because myself and Ger we were there in a couple of different capacities. Okay, so I suppose number one, I seen the lads thanked us for the Gael podcast. You know what I mean? The Motorcycle Hour and Gael. We were there in that capacity. We were there just as Gael as a club. We were there as race supporters, and I suppose again, me being a sponsor of Kevin as well. I want to go to all the racing. You know what I mean? So the guys and the teams do love people coming in having a chat, and as Jared says, it's not Formula One. Do you know what I mean? It's the paddock is so open. And these guys bend over backwards, if a part is broken or something happens, they'll get their competitor will give them the part, do you know what I mean, if they have it, do you know what I mean, to get them out on the track, you know what I mean? So look, I think that's it now till down south now is Atea, but I suppose
the last one, yes.
Yeah, the other one now is, the next one is going to be with Kevin is the Manx, and he's Stephen McGill has built a ZXR 750, and class looking machine it is too. And, some man on the spanners, I have to say, credit to him. And we watched this space, so that's going to be, that starts in
2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, all good.
Just that mid-Antrim 150 circuit, guys, is one of the best we reckon we've been at for speed. You had Michael Dunlop doing a steady 150.1.
Yeah.
That's incredible. 3.5 miles, guys. 3.5 miles.
Yeah.
And you had corners where you're going down to next to nothing. So I'm not sure what they were doing in the straights, but it must have been incredible. It must have been
incredible. It was good. I suppose, yeah. So we're rattling on here. I said we really got into the chat with Frank there. You know what I mean? And it was just, we could go on for hours and hours. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose
another thing, Tony.
Yeah.
I didn't realise you were so well known. Because don't forget, on the way out, we were in the Jeep and we're in a bit of a traffic jam, and this big grey van comes down. Next thing, the window rolls down and says, "Hey, how are you doing, boss?"
Yeah.
Michael Dunlop.
Yeah, none other than Mickey D. You know what I mean? So I says, yeah, but I suppose I kind of stick out in the crowd anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
look, he would know me from being around, around the paddock, I suppose, because I kind of stand over everyone else. But yeah, as I said, what a legend. No, not me, him. I mean, like Charlie, a legend in his own mind. Yeah, but look, a really nice guy as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's it. So look, I suppose we better move on then. Before we finish up, we want to talk about the rally scene. So now Ben is going to give us a rundown of what's happening around the country this weekend. So take it away, Ben.
Yep, so on the 7th to 9th of August, that's this weekend for anyone wondering, Independence Season MCC starting on the Friday to Sunday at Hickey's Bar in Silvermines, County Tipperary, air code E45C850, and this rally is also dedicated in memory of Angie. Next we have Illegals MCC presents our High in the Hills Rock Night on the 8th of August starting at 9 p.m. in the Shamrock Inn, Main Street, Mount Charles, County Donegal, air code F94KAA9. And finally we have the Freewheelers MC Midland Motorcycle Show and Charity Run. The charity run meets at Central Moy Valley, County Kildare at 11 a.m, departing for the show at 1 p.m. The show will also be starting at 12 p.m. for those who won't be participating or unable to attend the run. The show is located at Freewheelers MC Clubhouse in Longford Town, air code N39VY86.
Hi folks. The objective of this podcast has always been to promote and give a voice to the Irish biker scene. So to this end, we are now going to have a section on every podcast called The Shout Out. So if you have biker-related events, biker business, or questions, you can now contact us directly. Send your emails to clannagailmcc87@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Clannagailmcc Official. Yeah, so plenty of activity for this weekend. And I suppose we'll wrap it up now, guys. Anything else out there, Ger? Anything else you want to throw in just before we...
No,
Yeah.
everyone's. It's been a great week.
I definitely think we'd have to have another prank back in again because there's, and we'll have to get Jonty Whelan in. Jimmy, that man has some stories to tell. You know what I mean?
Like we grew up with these guys. I'm a little bit younger, and I remember that in awe of what they used to do, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Okay, so look, that wraps us up, and sure, we'll talk to you guys next week. All going well. All right.
Goodbye.
Good luck.